Okay, so we're in a parking lot right now. We're gonna try out FSD, and we're gonna try out specifically, what is it? Specifically coming out of a parking lot without like actually having to get out of the parking lot, like have FSD do it. I believe there's an option for this. Right here, start FSD from park, right? And basically, if you have brake confirmed, when you first like start FSD, it'll ask you to click on your sort of like step on your brake to confirm. Otherwise, if you have it off, it'll just ask you to like put it in drive, sort of. So we're going to set the destination real quick. We're gonna go to just another parking lot. So here we're gonna hold, press and hold FSD right here, and it put itself in drive. This is a busy parking lot, by the way, and I know this because I actually walked through here and a couple of cars didn't see me. So you press FSD. Actually, nothing happened initially. It's actually, nothing is happening. Okay, now it's going. So it's looking, it's turning a little close, honestly, but it can see stuff that I can. So there's a lot of cars too, backing out and stuff. So I wonder how it does. Okay, there's a car just chilling here. There's a car on the right side. There's like 2 cars ahead. I wonder why it's waiting here and not going up. I personally would go up. This car is signaling left. The other car has its trunk up. I don't know what's going on here. I guess it's fine, it's leaving its space because the car on the right has its lights on, so it might be coming out, and I have no idea. Okay, this car is reversing. Okay, this other car is, I'm not even sure what it's doing. It's turning right. Okay, this other car is creeping up now. I'm gonna just tell them to go, because I don't know what the hell is happening right now. Okay, this car is going. Not a good start, but nothing FSD could have done that I would have done differently. Maybe I would have, went in front of this guy. Now there's people walking on the upper left side. It shows it on the camera. I'm a little confused what's happening in front of me, but I guess this is a good demonstration of what it's doing in a parking lot. The first time I tried FSD, it was in a parking lot, which I wouldn't recommend because there's like a bunch of settings. It's turning its wheel right, which I'm not sure what that's about. Why is the wheel right? I don't know why I did that. I guess to give more space for anyone coming on this side. Okay. This car is parking, so we should be able to go soon. Okay, there's another car coming out. Another car coming out. I guess they didn't see anything. A little odd what's happening. Okay. Now it's going straight, but I'm a little scared of these like cars. It stopped. I don't know why. Okay, then it went. It's a little bit cautious, I guess. Like I would go faster here. Why is it stopping? I don't know why it's stopping. I have to press on the pedal. There's people in front. Okay. Moving the wheel a little left, but there is someone there, but there's also someone there. It's turning left, but there's a car on the right. There's people on the left, and there's a car in the front. Okay. This is very busy. I would personally creep up a little more so that I can see what's on this side. But it doesn't look like there's anything. There's someone right there. There's people right there. Okay, it didn't hit them. There's more people. It sort of stopped. Okay. There's a lot of people also just jaywalking and stuff, so like towards this street, because that's the entrance to the mall, or one of the entrances. It's turning right now, but there are people jaywalking. Okay, nothing bad happened. As you can see, there's a family behind. Okay, personally, there's some instances where you would go faster so that you can like control, like, you know, get in front of people, be a little more aggressive. It is on hurry mode too. But honestly, if this is going to be rolled out to a lot of people, it should be safer than, you know, not. So, you know, for nervous drivers, I think that's probably better than them driving in a parking lot, honestly. There's a car reversing in the middle of the road. Okay. Not sure what that was about. Maybe it was one left. Okay, now we have a left turn. We have a left turn. Seems like a normal sort of intersection here. Not that busy. There are people walking around, so I wonder what will happen then. I have been using FSD actually. Okay, someone just did a U-turn. I have been using FSD and it's been fine, so no complaints. Okay, there's a person crossing, but they have crossed by now, so should be good. It's really good at switching lanes right now. Yeah, like it's gonna switch lanes. So like, basically a human driver would probably just like turn into that lane, but here it does the legal thing, and it turns and turns, then switches lanes. So that's fine. Okay, everything so far is good. I haven't taken over, even though it's been, you know, in the parking lot. It was pretty pretty busy, I would say. And there's a lot of people jaywalking here because it's sort of like there's a shopping mall and then there's like other facilities around, and it's sort of like it's just faster to jaywalk than, you know, go to the intersection and cross. So it's quite a normal thing to do here. We're getting onto the bigger road here, which should just be pretty easy, just straight for like 10 minutes. This is a short drive after all. But yeah, here it's turning right on a green. Everything's looking good. It turned, or switched lanes. Sometimes it does like sort of like rumble, like it'll like, maybe it'll like shake a little bit. I'm not sure if it's because it like, you know, went over something like a curb or something. But sometimes it does sort of like shake. Maybe it's like thinking about what to do. But I have noticed maybe like one in every like 30 turns, like I'll turn right and it'll like jitter a bit, but nothing dangerous, like maybe something a normal driver would do. But typically on FSD it's very smooth, like constant speed type of thing, and it's like very smooth, whereas like a normal driver would be like sort of like accelerating, decelerating a lot. This, like, the FSD is pretty good at like, you know, being pretty consistent. So it's just more obvious when it sort of like shakes, or like sort of like turns and then turns again, like turns the wheel. But yeah, there is a little bit of traffic, nothing crazy, like it's just a bit slow. It's not really traffic. This should be relatively easy. It's on hurry mode. I didn't change any settings. Everything is looking good so far. Okay, that car next to me is signaling into my lane. So I guess it just passed it. Or maybe that car slowed down, but either way, nothing bad happened. Here it's going to the middle lane. Eventually it will have to go back to the left lane, and I think it's actually really good at this. But there is, I guess it's good at getting back into the lane it needs to be and like overtaking other people in the meantime. But on the highway, it's a little more high risk, of course, because everyone's going faster. So sometimes the exit will be like really close by, but like he'll overtake a car first, and then he'll have to go through like 4 different lanes to get to the exit. So if you're on like hurry mode, it will like actually optimize for like what's just the fastest. Not necessarily what a human would do, but it is the most optimal route 99% of the time. But not like, you know, if I know I'm gonna turn left, I wouldn't like go in this lane right now. But if FSD thinks it can, 99% of the time it can, it will go to like the right lane, even though it needs to go to the left lane in a little bit. But generally, it doesn't do that. Generally, it just stays in the middle. I noticed that on the highway, it just stays in the middle. So generally it's pretty safe. like a lot safer than me, I would say, in certain scenarios. The parking lot scenario, though, it's a little bit debatable because it sort of is a bit too passive, and that's bad because there's not really like any laws going on in like the parking lot, like rules, you know, like it's sort of like unwritten rules. Like you're sort of like, well, you're basically like signaling to other people that you're, you know, you want to go forward or you want to go back or wait for me, you know, like there's like unspoken things going on in the parking lot where you saw in the beginning of this video, right? Like it sort of just it sort of just like was way too passive. Like it let a car go in front of it, even though I would have personally went up. Just like leaving a lot of space, which is good, to be honest, because it's like it's a robot. I don't want it to like be too close, and in parking lots it's, you know, it gets really like, it's sort of like random, you know, like you don't know what's gonna happen in a parking lot. It's like there's not really anything, like there's no roads really, it's just like a parking lot, just like just dirt. So you know, it's a double-edged sword, I guess. It is safe in parking lots, but it's not the best. I think that's maybe its weakest point. Here is going right, but eventually, like I don't know how many meters, like in a minute they'll have to go left. So maybe it will speed a little bit. It's at 72. This feeling it's at 60. I see a sign in the front that says left. Like it's a left little sign. Like this road's blocked off, so I don't know what it would have done if it was if it kept going. It probably would have eventually saw there's something there and then switched, but I'm not leaving that up to chance. But those are the specific scenarios you would take over, and the only scenarios I've ever taken over really is when it's sort of like I don't want to leave it up to chance, even though it probably could have figured it out by itself, but a human could look down there and see there's like a sign that says that lane is blocked. So here it signals left, and I noticed it signals pretty early, which is not something a human would do. It signals before like the lines start being formed. Like say there's a left turn, like a left turn lane, like right before the lane even like starts, it will signal, which might confuse some people on some right turns as well. Let's say there's like a plaza on the right side and there's like a light above it, like a traffic light in front of it with a little up, it will signal right, and I think sometimes it may confuse people behind the car, because like there's a plaza on the right, like people aren't sure if like you're turning into the plaza or turning on the red light or turning on the traffic light. So there's like scenarios like that where maybe you would signal a little later. Basically it signals like 5 seconds too early most of the time, but technically nothing's wrong with that. It actually signals when it's supposed to. Technically some people don't signal at all, so maybe that's why it seems uncommon, but yeah. So here we're at a red light. We're entering more like residential area in a little bit. We're only like 3 minutes away, and then we're gonna end up in a parking lot. Now it's green. There's cars turning right. Not an issue. There is train track. It's not good at stopping at train tracks or like slowing down. Very unhuman-like, unless there's a car in front, and then obviously it'll slow down if there's a car slowing down for the train tracks. But if there's no car in front, it will not slow down, because I don't know if it can see train tracks or it cares, but usually human would slow down for train tracks, but it does not. Okay, here we're entering residential area. There's a light all the way down. It's gonna signal very soon, like the moment it sees the left turn lane. So the turn lane starts right now. Well, actually, it's taking a different route. So my bad. It's doing a different route, but this is actually good for this video because it's turning on sort of like oncoming traffic. There's cars coming down this way, like the opposite way. So I guess we'll see how it behaves when you're turning left and there's traffic coming that way. Okay. Oh, there's no traffic really. But it does slow down on the turn. Everything looks fine. And we're gonna wait for it to sort of like drop us off. Okay. So we're here. Boom. Everything's good. Okay, that's great. Hopefully you enjoy this video. I'm gonna make more. So follow.